it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteemed. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Long tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it.
Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's a special Friday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Moments ago, a scene that's played here since 2004. Big Ben Roethlisberger greeted by this sold-out Heinz Field crowd. His Steelers getting set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time, but admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started, and we are underway from Heinz Field. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense set to go to work, and once again at the helm, their longtime starter, that's Ben Roethlisberger.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all of 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Hitting Juju on the slant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
That's good for a Pittsburgh.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 30 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
And now running right through him. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. But Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a first-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited. Their quarterback. He won't get hit as much, and that should improve the rest of the offense as well.
Third down.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 11 yards there. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted.
Touchdown.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45.
He was brought down at the 45-yard
The
line.
run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now back to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Jones. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Brought down at the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bucs have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now Roethlisberger to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on bases.
Oh, Connor loses it, and the Buccaneers have it.
James Conner, the ball carrier.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
Preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember,
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. The 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
At the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
The tackle made.
Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Roethlisberger will hand to Counter. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
On the carry.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Steelers first down.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. James Washington was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run here with Counter, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Samuels, the ball.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to run with Counter. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
James Conner.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A 21-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal. You did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Breaks free again.
Number 20.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Edmonds on the tackle.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
Ronald Jones.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
The scramble.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Jones. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Matt Gay on for the point after.
Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
The pass.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
28. Steelers 10.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here now, a look at LaShawn McCoy. And we get a glance here, Charles, at his 2 touchdown runs.
And, partner, have you ever noticed that when someone scores a second time, they have a little bit of extra pep in their step? It's always, they're always fired up to score. But when you get in twice, it's almost like they're thinking, this could be the start of something really big.
Then you want number 3, right?
Oh, without a doubt. Go get it.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At the 49-yard line.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Rudolph. And this is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Don't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Buccaneers
on 1st and 10. Here's Brady. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
These preseason games are big in the development of rookie receivers, and now their teams wanted to see if they're going to be truly NFL caliber. So oftentimes, offensive coordinators will call certain plays to see how they react. Give him a big check mark for that one.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. Still on his feet. Down to about the 22 here.
McCoy again.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up.
Here's Brady to throw. Going for it all. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Justin Watson there to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Bradley Pinion to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. Now a hit and a loose football. Still going inside the 30.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the kicking team.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The kick is good. Makes the score, Buccaneers 38. Steelers.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rudolph. Rudolph loses the football. It's out.
Tom Brady sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 2nd and 16, Rudolph. He's going to air one out, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage. So out come the Bucs now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And McCoy is going to be stopped up short. He didn't get it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Second and 10, Rudolph again. He'll get this one to Switzer. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Now here's Snell.
Come on, let's go.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell taking it in. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
The kick is good.
And he knocks it through. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
On 2nd and 7, Brady is going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a gain of 35.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the 1st half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there.
7 yards picked up.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Brady.
Steelers 30-yard line.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Stepping up, he'll try and run.
Brady on the keeper.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now the toss is to McCoy running right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half.
Pinion to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Sutton now to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Sutton on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10. at their own.
And the Steelers set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Rudolph on first down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald.
Rudolph.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. That one caught by the rookie Chase Claypool. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Rudolph. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, the rookie Chase Claypool. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Tom Brady sacked.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On the counter, here's McCoy. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's going to float this one deep right side. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Brady on the keeper.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 40.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Another carry tonight for McCoy. He's been the workhorse. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now, it's McCoy. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Sutton now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Sutton on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rudolph on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool. 66 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands hands quickly into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. The last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly
That's
clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
He was brought
Give
down.
him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up second and
From the gun, it's Brady.
at their 48.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Brady.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
And now out come the Steelers. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give to Smallwood out of the gun. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
And
Shotgun now for Brady. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Sutton now to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They'll start the drive with Samuels. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rudolph. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Taken down back at the 49-yard line.
And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Another try after the first down sack. Rudolph. Open man is Switzer complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he finds McDonald. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move.
Rudolph loses the football. It's out.
Tom Brady sacked. A fumble on the
2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
McCoy
Brings up 2nd and 7.
able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Number 25.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, it usually doesn't work very well. And we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll run on first down. McCoy. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
At the 29-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense will retire.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. 12 yards there and a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Tom Brady.
Tyson Alualu able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. To try again after the sack. Brady, his pass caught at the 4. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one. And that rushing touchdown. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Sutton now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Returns. The Steelers take over 1st and 10. at their own 27.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now
and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
By Tampa Bay.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Brady's pass.
Justin Watson ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Buccaneers. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Sutton now to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Devin White able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Here's Rudolph. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Pulled in at the 24. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Justin Watson, 51 yards. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Taken in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot.
Rudolph's pass.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
Here's Rudolph. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
That's good.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Rudolph's pass.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
48-yard line.
Rudolph throwing again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Again, it's Rudolph. Able to find Switzer. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
2nd and 10.
Rudolph going to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. No reason not to try. There, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Steelers. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Rudolph. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald there to make the grab. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
T.J. Logan on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Number 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On the play. Brings up 3rd.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Now McCoy. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
LaShawn McCoy on the carry.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
At the 46-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
And a yard.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. Now McCoy. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
LaShawn McCoy on the carry.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort.
34. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. On first down, Rudolph. The dump off to Smallwood. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The handoff.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Going to throw right side here, complete. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
14. And the Buccaneer
from the shotgun. It's a give to McCoy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Tom Brady sacked.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage on third down. It's Logan.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Big out of there on third and long, not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Third and long, it's Rudolph. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and run some clock now with McCoy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Ooh, with a juke. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Brady. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Brady's pass.
A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
TJ Logan, the ball carrier.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Taken down at the 22.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk at the 20.
The tackle made by...
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's McCoy. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And now Bruce Arians with the play clock running low is going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it with McCoy. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail until...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it. Something to 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's good.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A
big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh. Once you're ready, go ahead and select